This is an Albuquerque poem. It's about, I don't know what it's about. It's called Some Notes on Why I Ran Screaming Down Central to the Bosque. It goes, every night I go to Garcia's kitchen. They've seen me through Camus, Dostoevsky, Sartre, Miller, Orwell, and Hesse. 20 poems, 100 letters, 500 eggs and 30 pounds of beans, coffee to fill a water tower. I learned to eat with cops in the swirling frenzy, the white noise of too many combinations. But excuse me, this is no light sentimentality. What we have here is a question, an examination. What has literature to do with Garcia's kitchen? Hanging in the air like too many evenings of tobacco, their call is the same. Thou wilt come, seeker, open into me. First took to Garcia's with Kafka, some awful book I brought west, circular or spiraling downward, and stirred coffee mirrored the book, and the beans moving down my throat. A start. Doubtless these patterns repeated infinitely in the best of books, and even the worst coffee, have something to do with truth, or soul, or I. What I mean is that these words, or patterns of words, are only representations of understanding, right? They're trying to explain my coffee, and Raskolnikov, Tarot, Winnie the Pooh, Winston, are all tools for understanding coffee, and steam, and beans, perhaps the look in the waitress's eye, important things. And so I look down into my inky cup and raise high forked rancheros, but damn it, all I've got is this nausea. Thou wilt come, seeker, open into me. I must admit I've yearned for Garcia's kitchen many years now, decorated with the studied indifference of some natural occurrence. It's the perfect atmosphere to bury the mind in novels, a non-place, as artificial as any book, a simulation. Must we study untruth that truth be revealed? I doubt it. The best books can't be read in cafes. You can read Sartre in cafes. You cannot read Gary Snyder, but in the woods. Why am I reading books? Why am I drinking coffee? Garcia's a lovely place to die. They'd barely notice. And death, isn't it a necessary condition of literature? The scythe-bearer grins bonily. Thou wilt come, seeker, open unto me, he mouths from the now empty cup, from the cover of my book, and I pay my check. I find the trees, contemplate cottonwood in the absence of print, look long, the slowed heat, bark, grass, sky, absence of eye, wave in winds, so many branches do. I've never read this one. It's kind of harsh, but I figure as long as we're doing the political shebang. It's called Storm, and it's a nightmare. Wind whips dust into the dog's eyes. I step on a thorn, shout lost down the block. Battered plastic of the hot frame cracks and crumples like 1,000 paper bags. Sky's gray and it moves past, up off the mesa and intent on the mountains. Our yard's too bare. It can't take this violence. T.S., Elliot, come on, stupids, get inside. There's going to be a storm. Let's go, boys. Come on, don't be stupid. Look, doggy treats, doggy treats. Yeah, doggy treats. That's it. Good boys, good boys. No, T.S. That's it. Good. Inside now. Blacktails through and in, screen latched and doors shut. Now only the presence in the air, low whine of the wind and all things slapping out there. 2. But we're inside. There's soft music, a little bite in the incense, Lou cooking tortillas and explaining weather fronts. The honey in my tea is sweet on the tongue. We're inside. 3. Sidewalk darkens with water. Wind ecstatic off its leash. Thunder shakes the floor. Dogs in bed with Wade and Mel quake. 4. I'm in my room writing when we hear the bombers, churning engines, cries above the wind, not stealth or B-1, nothing new or fast. These are refurbished old B-52s. Sharks' faces coming low over the valley. Bullets slap into the windows, and the house fills with wind and water as glass explodes over the floor and screaming metal beats the walls. There's plaster falling, and big wood splinters where the floor has been torn up. I'm rolled against a wall, curled and trembling. 5. The radio still works, so we have electricity. Lou's explaining it. Countries have gotten together. Vietnam, Nicaragua, Zaire, Cuba. Atrocities. We're all guilty. Guatemala, Laos, South Africa. The bankers, Wall Street, bankers. Cocaine now was heroin then. Taxes and support. There was 1961, El Salvador, Chile, Cambodia. 1964, 1971, priests. 1978, debt. For bodies, hunger, mines, debt for kidneys, Panama. 1987, 1988, 1989, 1990. When will the tortillas be ready, calls Wade from his bedroom. Yeah, we're hungry, says Mel, and they laugh, and I get mad. NPR says, the president's announced that we are losing the war. Willing to sacrifice New Mexico, small population, mostly desert. They were never really part of America anyway. Sacrifice New Mexico, I cry. And then the wine returns with a dull pounding. Pounding becomes a roar, and the neighbor's house turns orange with flame. The rose petals blacken and fall. We rise and fall, and the house dissolves as if in slow motion around us. 6. The shrapnel enters my body, not tearing flesh or shattering bone, something newer, absorbed by skin. It lodges internal and begins to eat, to burn. I feel my side slide into fire when a shard penetrates the hip. Then consumed, thrown against the typewriter, Eliza's letters enter my gut and lodge in my stomach. I go down, acid, smoke dissolving, and the rubble is everywhere. Shouting parents explode in my arm. Lost friends eat off a hand. Shame and anger and fear enter the side of my head. All the people and animals and things I have hurt or destroyed enter me, burning, and the roof is caved in. And I hear moans and shouts, and the hammering sounds dull, the dogs barking again. But I am all the coldest fire that ever burned straight down through the planet. The wind is still slapping, the sky is still gray, the clouds are still moving. Everything is still and black with the sound of smoke.
And so we move on in this journey through the mind of